We are back with a Fox News alert on this Monday morning. President Trump answering an urgent phone call from the president of South Korea over the grave and growing threat from North Korea.
The rogue regime now issuing disturbing new threats in response to the sanctions.
Griff Jenkins live for us in Washington, D.C. with the latest developments. Griff, where are we on this?
Hey, Todd Ainsley and Steve, good morning. No vacation for President Trump, who took that important phone call from South Korea's president last night talking about applying maximum pressure on brand new sanctions. The president tweeted, quote, just completed call with President Moon of South Korea. Very happy and impressed with 15-0 United Nations vote on North Korea sanctions. Those sanctions, the toughest ever economically, through a ban on exports of coal, iron, lead, and seafood, would cost North Korea $1 billion a year in hard currency. But the rogue nation is aggressively responding on state-run media. A North Korean anchor reading a message to the world.
우리 국가와 인민을 상대로 저지르고 있는
Here she's calling the sanctions a villainous illegal action and violation of their sovereignty and vowing retaliation, quote, thousands-fold, saying the U.S. is madly attempting to remove their foundation and structure. This as Secretary of State Rex Tillerson attends a Southeast Asian meeting in the Philippines, calling on the real partner who the administration hopes will help enforce these sanctions, China.
The world is also expressing a view to China and Russia that we do have an expectation that you will do everything you possibly can to help North Korea understand the reality of the future as well and bring them to the negotiating table.
Now, guys, something to watch. North Korea also attending that meeting in Manila, but so far, Tillerson having no contact with any representatives from North Korea. And, of course, as I mentioned, all eyes on China on enforcing these new sanctions.
That's right.
Great that we had all of that support from the UN, and it's going to cost them $1 billion.
Right, and that's why the president in that tweet said it was 15-0 because you had China.
But the concern with China is you don't want China to undercut.
Thank you, Griff.
Thank you, Griff. You don't want China to undercut this now by saying, okay, we'll play ball on these things, but we'll also help out North Korea by importing certain other goods that aren't necessarily on the list. So before we spike the football on this, we do need to make sure that China plays ball globally on this.